man. Grand Rising. Allow some people to get up in here early in the morning in the South. And I'm going to do a little boxing recap of Flame of Fame and a Flame of Shame. So I'll tell everybody that's been part of this Flame series over the years. If you're rocking with me, hit that like button. I'm going to talk about Floyd Schofield Jr. and Tevin Farmer. That's going to be the first thing I talk about today. Get these banners set up. Shout out to the ones that's catching the playback. I am your host, the Black Horseman. I should be dropping a link today. But let me get into this, man, because Floyd Schofield Jr. I was fooled by his demeanor in the face-to-face with Tevin Farmer. I thought Tevin Farmer had the advantage, the upper hand as far as experience, and seemed like he was confident, more confident than Floyd Schofield Jr. But, his daddy, getting involved, and then he's looking off into the distance while Tevin Farmer is going back and forth with his dad. It was real weird. I was like, man, I don't see no confidence from this kid. I feel like his daddy is pressuring him to step up the competition and talking him into a situation where he gonna get his ass whooped. That's how I was thinking. Um, lo and behold, fight night. You know, uh, I want to give credit to both of these individuals first and foremost for being professional and making weight, because a lot of people like to bypass the discipline aspect of the sport at times. So we have to deal with the root, deal with the small stuff to build up to the big stuff. But yeah, they handled business, man. They made weight. They were able to get paid because they were true professionals. Fight night, boy oh boy, all it took was a minute and some change for young Schofield Jr. to put Tevin Farmer, former champion, with all this experience, put him out of here. You know, out of the fights that I've watched, seen Tevin Farmer get blazed like this. He got put on Blazewood Avenue, as we call it on this side. Quick fast. Um, Schofield Jr. saw an opportunity. He capitalized on it. And I believe that the pressure produced somewhat a diamond. And we've seen a rise of a young man who really, actually, he had a lot of fuel going into this fight because, let's be honest, he was getting cooked. He was getting cooked before the Shakur Stevenson fight when they caught this whatever disease he caught out there in Saudi. It was like, up here, he's ducking. Now he needs soup thermometer on that campaign and full type shit. You just need some more soup, E. You be all right. But we a lot of us was flaming Schofield Jr. because it was just like, man, see, and his daddy didn't talk him into a situation where now he might want to back out. So they're gonna have to revisit that Shakur fight. But in this particular one, I took all of that, bottled it up, and Timothy Bradley was correct when he said this young kid is quick, His explosiveness is all that is going to offset this so-called slickness that Tevin Farmer was supposed to have, because he didn't have it. Not in this fight. Tevin Farmer, I don't know, blinked too many times, and Schofield did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. So from sick in bed to hand raised and being congratulated, actually gained some fans. Not just because he knocked Tevin Farmer the fuck out. He gained some fans because of how the sportsmanship, that's big, man. That's how you can gain fans as well. Some fans like assholes and people that's just gonna still talk shit after they already whooped their opponent. But then there's other people that realize like, oh, you know what, man? You're a bad motherfucker in there, but in reality, he got a good heart and he ain't really trying to hurt him. He wasn't really trying to hurt Tevin Farmer like that. But when you sign it down the line and y'all lace it up, you gotta do what you gotta do. I've seen it before. Friends fight. You gotta do what you gotta do. Because it's either your ass or his. Somebody's ass is getting whooped, you know, and you don't want it to be you. So you gotta do what you gotta do, get him up off you. And he did what he had to do. He apologized to him and showed Tevin Farmer that it's no hard feelings. He even dropped a tear or two. And he went about it the right way, Golden Boy Promotions, man, no matter what happens, they are finding a way to stay afloat in certain situations. Ryan Garcia recently got humiliated by the so-called weakest link of that group, Rolly Romero. Rolly was styling on Ryan, man. Ryan without the PEDs, is a regular dude. And Rolly took advantage. Took advantage of that. So it was like, Golden Boy's out of here, man. Ain't nothing left except for Zerto. But lo and behold, a guy in around the same weight class as Ryan, he's just, he ascends to the platform, to the stage, and he shines. And back to back KOs from Schofield. Schofield, I think, is top ranked. But back to this, man. If I'm not mistaken, Brian Norman got Jen Sasaki out of it in Uno. And I want to talk about too. We're gonna get into his upcoming battle. I have to give the Flame of Fame because a lot of times it's difficult to find some Flame of Fame for a lot of these athletes. But Flame of Fame to Floyd Schofield Jr., man, for making the Black Horseman today eat crow when I said that you was gonna get your ass whooped. I said that you was a school dropout, but you're gonna go back to school when you get in the ring with Philosopher Farmer. I was on some goofy shit with that. And I can admit when I was wrong about some shit. But Timothy Bradley was right in his predictions. And of course, Floyd Sr. was right in his prediction. Now, when you start talking about what Schofield Jr. would do to Tank and Shakur, I'd be like, breaks. But on a fight-by-fight basis, to this point, he's still undefeated. And he's in position to fight for a world title. Will he stay healthy, though? When the opportunity presents itself next time, will he avoid these pneumonias, these COVIDs, and whatever else, hepatitis A, B's, and C's that y'all keep trying to catch in the biggest fight? of your life. So I just hope that they stay healthy so that they can gain some wealth, be wealthy. You got to be healthy to be wealthy. So health over wealth promotions, Flame of Fame to Floyd Schofield Jr. I hope you're ready because now you're in the big leagues. You put on a hell of a performance on a big platform, and now it is time for you to show and prove what you about to do with that momentum. Because, like I said, I was thrown off, man. You were not speaking up. You act like you were clearly nervous. You showed Tevin Farmer too much respect in the beginning. So, you know, that's not going to sell that much. But being that you fight good, let your voice mirror that confidence that you have in the ring. So I don't know. Somebody got to work with him with that. Other than that, I don't know if he's gonna get the title shot next, but whoever you fight, perform, entertain, protect yourself, get the knockout if it's there, and your stock is gonna keep going up. So I think that definitely you've gotten Oscar's attention, especially with him low-key beefing with Ryan again or some shit. So now he got somebody like, shut your bitch ass up, Ryan. You know, we got a young Schofield over here. He's the next upcoming superstar, maybe. But if it was up to me, I would say, you know what? Wait on that Shakur Stevenson work. But it is your life. And maybe Turkey on a sheep got a goddamn ship full of money waiting on you. You just got to say yes on some flourishing shit. So we'll see. But congratulations. I have to give you credit for the present day. You are one of those guys, man. You know, behind Brian Norman Jr., you got the knockout of the year, man. Brad Scott, what's up, fam? Let's see. Norman needs some fine tuning, and once he develops that, he's going to be very dangerous. There you go. That's what I'm saying. I think he need to tune some things up before he get in there with Shakur. But like I said before, that's on him. I thought he ducked it too. That's how it looked to me. The fame of fame for knocking Tevin Farmer out, getting them. What was this? Now 9 losses for Farmer. So yeah, I actually got 2 Flame of Shames, low key. 2 Flame of Fames and 2 Flame of Shames. Flame of Shame to Tevin Farmer and Flame of Shame to my black ass for picking you, Tevin. 1 round, bro. And I don't mind, but you know how dumb that made me look? I really thought you was gonna get in there and style on this man Schofield Jr. And you got your ass blazed in 1. Some 1 in a million Aaliyah type shit, bro. Only you, huh? And I'm still a fan of Tevin Farmer, but only you cooked. It didn't even get 1 minute, damn near. Like barely over a minute. I don't know, Tevin. My advice is get your focus together, bro. I know they was trying to talk about you. I don't be talking about your eyes and shit, but focus on the person in front of you, not what's on the side of you, fam. Because man, I'm bold enough to do these predictions, fam, and ride it out. Because most of the time, bro, I know what I'm talking about. But flame of shame to me for believing that somebody with 8 losses was going to whoop a young 22-year-old undefeated fighter. So flame of shame to my black ass. And you too, Tevin. Fix it, man. And I seen you dancing and stuff, you know, basically saying your reaction to the fans and people in your comment section flaming you, and now you dancing, you act like you still feel good. You don't feel good. Knock it off. If you felt good, you would have been with your lady in the video or some shit. Man, people be trying to dance through hurt and all kind of stuff. You're not fooling me. That's all I'm saying. You're not fooling me. You know what I'm saying? And I can't fool my fans, you know what I mean? My boxing subscribers and shit, because they know what I said before this shit. So we're not going to fake the funk, homie. Stop trying to act like you in a good mood and all that stuff, because we heard what you said before the fight, and it didn't play out the way you said. So, yeah, man, Tevin, this is a bad look for Philly. Bad look. Gilly and Wallow should be cooking you for this, fam. And I know I don't even think they be promoting you or nothing like that, even though they should, because it's still sports. Philly, boxing, football, NBA, support it all, man. If you feel like you Philly, but yeah, man, I would be low key cooking you if I was from Philly. I cook niggas from LA and I'm from there because I want them to do better, man. I'm not gonna act like this is okay. It's not, bro. One round, yeah, man. Pitiful, pitiful. You know what I'm saying and Shakur said this shit. Shakur said this advice to Dula Mason. He said everybody's dangerous in the first 2 rounds, man. Everybody. So I don't know what you was thinking about, bro. Standing right in front of what I saw, you standing right in front of the power shots. What are you doing? All of this slickness. What? There was nothing slick about that, bro. This man slickly whooped your ass. You know, on a slick. Beat your motherfucking ass. But you know, it is what it is. Norman sportsmanship is commendable. Yeah, Norman too. Yeah. Shout out to Dragon. What up, homie? Mason versus Schofield 2026. He said Mason UD. That was making fights, man. Right now, I don't know who I would pick favor in that fight. I still feel like both of them need a couple more fights to really gain that supreme confidence and really want to be like, okay, it don't matter who it is, I'll fuck you up, whoever it is. I still feel like, you know, they both young, man, and I respect that these young cats are stepping up quick as hell, but it could get dangerous, it could get tricky. You jump in there, especially with a guy who. That's why I thought it was gonna be tricky for Schofield. I'm like, bro, this dude been in there before. He won belts already. You ain't even got there yet. So sometimes it's tricky when you get in there with a guy who already been at that level that you're trying to get to. He got more rounds and more fights and probably more knockouts than you got wins and shit. You know, sometimes these fighters. So I'll be feeling like they need a little bit more time. But if you get to that number one spot and they order that shit, you got to fight. It's time to fight. Norman would be a live dog versus Tank. Norman would sleep Roach inside 5 rounds. I don't know. I'm gonna be real, and I'm gonna give him the switch. Hold up, let me. I'm gonna switch gears and take it to this other topic because I do want to talk about Norman and his upcoming bout. But beating Jen Sasaki, bro, I don't know, fam. I just can't go gas it like that. Most people might say, you know, oh, this nigga sleeping everybody with that. But I don't know, man. Jet Li's cousin, bro. I don't know about all that. I wasn't hype about. I was looking at his resume and all that shit before the fight happened. The Jin Sasaki dude. I'm like, man, this dude fighting Orientals and people like that. And I'm not trying to hate, but I'm saying, you know, it wasn't like Brian Norman resume is all that deep. You know, I don't know who Jin Sasaki is, man. I just don't know who he is. He looked like somebody that Floyd should be fighting, exhibition type shit. So I was just like, okay, whatever. He knocked him out. He did what he's supposed to do. Dude is a child. He's a boy. Just like he is a boy. He's supposed to do that. Floyd's a live dog. Floyd's a live dog versus Tank. Yeah, I guess. I guess. You know, it's just tricky, especially with them one rounders. You be like, okay, maybe, maybe he will sleep these dudes or some shit. But it's just sometimes you just catch somebody slipping. Farmer got caught slipping. Jen Sasaki, man, had no business being in there with Brian Norman. That's how I felt. No business. But hey, man, A-side Jen Sasaki, wanted to get in there with the champ. So shout out to him. Can't hate. Floyd was sleep Roach too. Man, we hope Roach don't hear this shit. Roach don't like that. He don't like that shit when niggas be doubting. Oh no, Tank. Tank got some work ahead of him, fam. Y'all notice how quiet? I mean, they said I think Tank talking shit now, but for the most part, Tank been on some quiet shit ever since that first fight with Roach. He took a break off of Twitter and shit. Farmer way more polished than Roach. Ah man, I can't put no stock in Farmer after getting slept in one. That's off the board. Shakur better outschool Cepeda seriously. Bro, I ain't gonna be wrong on that one. If Shakur get beat by William Cepeda, I'm like, this year is just I fuck predictions after this year. Fuck that. Shakur better wipe the flow with Cepeda, fam. Cepeda, bro, that should be easy work. Yeah, that'll be some shit. Cepeda win that. Yeah, Shakur gonna fuck Cepeda up. Watch, he gonna be right in the pocket with him too. I don't know, but you talking about the wars with Cepeda? That's might possibly why Farmer got cooked. I don't know. I just thought that the activity of Farmer, I was like, man, Farmer's more active. He's riding off the confidence because he's still, even though he had backed up with 3 losses, I think, in a row. Um, but it was against good fighters, and it was some controversy in 2 or 3 of those. So that Tevin Farmer felt like, man, this little kid ain't going. No way this little kid got anything for me, fam. Oh, yeah, man. So, let me bring up this other banner. Flame of Fame to Brian Norman and Flame of Fame to Devin Haney for just saying yes, man, and putting on a very intriguing matchup for the fans. You know what, man? I remember when a lot of people shitting on Devin Haney, and people still do, but like talking about he ain't fought nobody in his resume. If you actually go and pay attention to his resume now, it's like, damn, dog, he need to be out here fighting people, bro. You just got to look at his resume, fam. It's pretty certified, man. And if he becomes a 3 division champion, bro, I don't really care about what the outside chatter. I'm putting respect on the kid Devin Haney, bro. Haney, bro, is stepping up and fighting top competition, bro. Name after name, champion after champion, former champion after former champion. He's in there, bro. He's doing what a lot of these fighters are not willing to do, man. And that's why he's getting these big paydays. This is why he's already a former undisputed champion. This is why he's one of the most hated people in the sport, along with his dad and all that shit. But we see what a lot of these dad trainers, man, they do this type of shit. But a lot of times the sons be humble, sportsmanship, and they just want to scrap and get the straps, man. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Some of them be ducking, some of the sons be ducking, but some of the sons actually step up, and the dads be, just be talking shit. But I can just put all that shit to the side, bro. While Bill Haney in the streets barking down, calling out trainers and shit, I'm focused on what the son is doing, because that's the one that's lacing it up, getting in the ring. He's the one that's freaking putting millions of dollars in his family's pockets and shit. So I don't give a damn about that extra shit. I know what that's about. Marketing and promo and making y'all hate the dad while the son is locking in. And hey, Devin Haney definitely gonna have to lock in for this fight. But regardless of the result, because I'm not even doing a prediction or none of that yet. Regardless of whatever result of that fight, flame of fame to Devin Haney. Much respect. You stepping up to a new weight class, and about to actually, we're gonna really see if Brian Norman is one of those guys, because till now, Brian Norman hasn't been in front of a talent or know what he is. Now, if you go in there and blaze out Devin Haney, then we know, oh, this nigga Brian Norman, bro, is definitely one of them dudes. See what I'm saying? Because somebody, especially like Devin Haney, who relies on his defense, his legs, if you're able to get to him, you get respect, because he's not just a sitting duck. It's easy to get credit for somebody who ain't got no defense. Easy to get credit for somebody who gonna walk into some shit, you know. But Devin Haney is not known to just be walking into some shit. He's actually gonna challenge you, you know. He's gonna make it an actual challenge for you to land a punch. And I don't have no issue with that. I have an issue with dudes just standing there, getting put down there in the shadow realm, you know, for a paycheck. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? And then in the next fight, it's more, you can look on the boxing, right? And they're suspended by the commissions because you got your ass whooped so goddamn bad. You have to take time off. You know what I'm saying? Injuries are promotions. So a lot of dudes have issues with dudes that have defense and do not want to get sent into concussion kingdom. Y'all got issues with that, and I do not. I don't have issues with that. But Devin Haney is definitely gonna have to be throwing more punches and be more offensive. So that's why I flamed his last performance versus disgusting style as Jose Ramirez. Horrible. When you have a horrible fighter in front of you, now it's time to get to work. So hopefully versus Brian Norman, if he takes away the left hook, all his the things that he likes to do, because that's what good defenders do. They take away what you like to do, they take it away from you and make you resort to something else. If he can do that to Brian Norman, step your offense up. Take away what he do well and do what you do well. You know? But it is going to be a challenge. Striking when the iron is hot, promotions. Because this guy, Brian Norman, struck Jin Susaki just thunderbolt. And what a time for Devin Haney to decide, yep, let's do that one. That's the one right there. Okay, so Boots is with two belts. He ain't there. He's not the guy no more. Well, who's the guy left? That's left. Brian Norman. Without a doubt, he's the guy. So go after him. And if he beats Brian Norman, then he becomes the guy. Check these comments. Hey, big shout out to Trav, man. Trav FD Whistle. Shout out to my dog, man. Mind's Eye. Shout out to my dog, Mind's Eye, man. Damn, you say Little Mason will be Floyd right now. Man, shout out to everybody supporting the Flame series. Hit the like button, man. Y'all here. Hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for no cash apps, no donations. But you hit the like button if you are here getting some commentary. You know what I'm saying? You alive 2025. Mason next fight is a world title shot in the UK possible. That's a look to him, man. I like Mason. You know, yeah, man. But once you get the strap, you know, really all eyes on you. Um, it's about staying disciplined. It's about, you know, yeah, you getting more M's or something in the bank, but you know, staying disciplined. You know, staying disciplined, staying hungry. You know, we all seen the unfortunate situation with Keyshawn Davis. We don't want to see that happen to like Dula Mason or Brian Norman, Floyd Schofield Jr. or some shit. They got to be learning from that type of shit. Like, damn, bro, we were at the same age. We can't do that goofy ass shit. DB3 brothers just did. You know what I'm saying? Fumble the bag, then fucking fuck off your reputation. You know, crazy. Yeah, man. If you're gonna be a world champ, you gotta go all over the world. If Devin beat Norman, but Norman gonna beat Devin up in the process. We'll see. He want, yeah, it's cool. He wanted the smoke. He got it. He got smoke. Said UK fans are the best. Not jelly, cousin. Saying, dog. Nobody know him, bro. For all we know, they are related. Jelly and Sasaki are probably fourth generation cousins. I saw just Saki in a couple of fights. He's supposed to be the big thing coming up, man. And, you know, just because I don't know him, don't mean that, you know, other people don't really have him ranked high on whatever they list, but he's just not ranked high on my list. I never seen him. And I never seen none of these dudes that was on his resume. So I was like, whatever. Another one, DJ Cowboys. So it's just like, you know, seem like a tune up, you know, tune up, whatever. But plus, he look like a child. Yeah, they do. If you do that to Devin Haney, then I'll give him some real props. For real, bro. Better not lose to Zepeda. I'm gonna dedicate a whole week of content just for if you lose to Zepeda, bro. That's limited work right there. You should be Zepeda, bro. Easy work. Shout out to Bruce Gas, man. Big shout out to Bruce Gas. Boxing, jazz, and more. Norman is dangerous, but Haney gonna box his ears off. His ears gonna be looking like the MMA UFC dudes after the fight. Now I don't know what's gonna happen. But hey, that's when you need fights like that. When you don't really know who gonna win, you know? I'll tell you one thing, one of former Devin Haney's former opponents actually picked Devin Haney to win the fight. Seen the video, Regis Progress, he says he thinks Devin Haney's gonna win that. But we gotta see. Some athletes right now are daring to be great. They're going up and fighting the top dog. Hell yeah. You can't hate on Devin Haney if he wins in the third division. That's not, it's just, man, come on now. This man wins in the third division, man. You are a disgusting creature if you're still hating at that point. It's just something personal, something racial, or something like that. But just off somebody who off blood, sweat, and tears, hard work, dedication, prayers, belief in a good team. Shout out to Floyd with his little quotes and shit. You know, dudes that are dedicated like that, if you're a real one, man, you loot that, man. You gonna respect that. How could you not respect that shit? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Devin Haney hasn't already reached the top of the mountain of success, man. He's still going after more accolades and achievements. That's setting the bar high for the young. Was this and he young, you know what I mean? So people that's younger than him, like, damn, that motherfucker, he going ass, bro. He already been undisputed. He could be chilling. He could be that Tank shit or Canelo shit if he wanted. What you call it? Victory laps. Victory fights and shit. Take on fights that's going to showcase your talent and not really bring more of that much of a threat. You know, some of them be doing trade picks going wrong, but not really taking the biggest test and actually just doing the showcase prize fights. I don't see prize fights really so much for Devin Haney, man. I ain't been seeing it, bro. I've been seeing this guy like, oh, you a champ over there? All right, champ, undisputed, champ. I mean, come on, dog. Come on, man. Yeah, I focus on the fighter. Y'all see, most time I'm the trainers, man. The ones that be trying to take more spotlight than the fighter. But I'm not gonna, you know what I mean, take that out on the son. Better speed, foot speed than Ramirez. And man, shout out to the squad, man. Ras Cloud, MOBC. Shout out to him, man. And everybody that supports this UGC, man. Ooh, Bruce Gas said Haney going to sleep. That'll be some shit. Yeah, it'll be a first time. He didn't go to sleep when he fought a dude who was juiced. So Brian Norman can just probably land that same left hook or some shit. Well, no, we'll see. Dragon agrees. He says Ryan has softened that chin. Yeah, who said something about like that Ryan fight might have took a lot out of Devin. He gonna look the same. Something I don't know who it was. I'm like when not doing content, I'm listening to content. I'm taking in information while I'm at work and stuff like that. So I go through so much content. Sometimes I forget like, man, who was it that said that? But shout out to my squad, man. The click, actual facts. Charles, Red Glove, Lisa, Iron Cone 26, 1-2 Kid, you know, the whole squad, man, the ones that's been rocking with me years, man. Uh, Champ Ross, Modern King, Ronald, uh, Rose, who else, man? Everybody that's in the comment section right now. Homie Dragon, LaRon, and all my peoples, Jaguar, you know, call it, yeah, man, Jalik, everybody, man, the whole squad, man. All my peoples I been knowing all this time. Yeah, I saw that article. I did a video about that too. 6-week memory loss from Jen Sasaki. Yeah, man, that hook put him in a whole different dimension and shit. Probably in the medieval kingdom right now, shit. right as we speak. Jim Saki is riding horses with a sort of armor and shit, full suit, full armor night suit. You ready? Get sent to war, confused like a motherfucker, fighting for the queen. All because Brian Norman. You got to be careful, man. Sometimes yeah, I don't know. Whoever Jin Sasaki team is, maybe they didn't know nothing about that hook. Yuli X, what's up, family? Shout out to Yuli, man. Dangerous puncher. Also shout out to Lost Art of Boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lost Art of Boxing. Shout out to my dog E. Feel me? Athletic mind. Always on the grind. Who else? Shout out to Blood Boxing. Shout out to Historian, Marky Dan, Lady Chan Gang. Yeah, man, it's a lot of channels I've been rocking with. And it would be hell yeah, he probably is gonna be a little foot, but had that counter ready. Full counter promotions. Norman know how to cut off the ring. I doubt that he's stuck with it. Man, big shout out to Charles. I've been knowing Charles probably almost longer than everybody on the streets. Him and actual. I've been knowing Charles and actual probably longest. Grand Rising, Charles. Rascal got Haney winning. So a lot of early predictions. Damn. Homie said that the Canelo Crawford attendance is going to be half. ICE is going to sport events. Damn. That'd be fucked up. Why you trying to say, man? Nah, it don't mean that majority of the fans that Canelo got is illegals. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember he lived in Mexico, so some of them probably just buy pay-per-views and yeah, I mean I don't know. This shit can get tricky. Shit can get tricky. Either way, that shit's gonna be full, dog. I don't care what's going on. Those two names colliding, nah, man, that's gonna be a full arena. Motherfuckers even gonna risk it. They are going to, even if they are illegal, they're gonna risk it to see that. Some of them. Oh shit, Trav think oh he gonna get fucked up. Damn, Haney. That's fuel. That's fuel. A lot of people think Haney biting off more than he can chew. I'm gonna fuck around, put dead lights out, say Charles. Young Nip. Yeah, man, shout out to Trav, aka Young Nip. He said he gonna be jogging in this fight. Lisa, I miss Lisa. Yeah, Lisa Bells. I miss Lisa. Yeah, man, like Lisa, I'm probably right behind Charles and actual. Yeah, I remember Lisa for a while, man. Chick ain't gonna let Ice come around with that bullshit. Shit. Use that name out loud if you want. Shit. Niggas bring out the heat. Niggas bring out the straps on you. Hey, pray it up if you want. Hear that? Move, 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 move. Nigga, move. Hold up, y'all. All right, my bad. I had a call come through. I say, damn, Vanilla Ice coming to the location seeking illegal. Yeah, and oil money. What, soccer games? That's racist. That is just racist. Said Bruce Fame put video on this with the ice. I haven't seen it. Thunderbolts movie. When I finished that shit, Nebraska said that movie weak as fuck. Yeah, yeah, man. That light work today, man. That's my thoughts. What you call it? Norman, Haney, and young Schofield in his victory, first round victory over Tevin Farmer. Um, yeah, man. I wish the kid the best of luck going forward. You know, um, my advice is stay humble, stay hungry. You know, stay dedicated. The type of stuff that your dad say, how you, you know how your dad do. You know what I mean, but you stand true to who you are. You're a humble guy. You know, but you're in a brutal sport, man. You're in a brutal sport, and a lot of sons is trying to, please their families and impress their dads and change their lives. And it's a lot of pressure. So I wish this guy nothing but the best and prepare. Prepare in every aspect. Don't just be working on offense. Work on defense too. Work on defense too. If you're gonna get in there with Shakur is a hell of a counter punch, man. So, um, you know, best of luck. But yeah, man. Shout out to you, man, for actually giving me some Flame of Fame content because the shame category was getting quite deep. But we've gotten some Flame of Fames, man, today, man, with young Schofield Jr. handling business the way he did it, doing it with class and sportsmanship, and then of course Haney and Brian Norman, both of them, were actually saying yes and putting on an actual intriguing matchup that a lot of people was not expecting, man. Who was not expecting that? And sometimes like it be the Chinese out the blue type fights. Be like, damn, okay, let's go, let's go. And this one fight, man. Look forward to it. Norman or Haney? I got it. I'm not making a prediction yet, fam. Right now, 50-50. Um, I'm looking at Devin Haney's, you know, um, his experience at the championship level. He, like I said, you look at his resume. He's seen a lot of styles. He's seen a lot of different champs. A lot of different. Brian Norman. I can't say the same thing, but we do know he's the big dog at 147. You know, he's got the punching. He's got the punching power to end you in you know, in 1 second. You slip, you could be gone. And losing memory loss, 6 weeks, promotion. So that's the thing about fighting Brian Norman, that you have to be on point for all 12 rounds. That's Devin Haney's pressure. So I can't say that he has the ability to outbox Devin Haney for the duration of 12. Because I always factor that in. If you can't knock out this guy, can he win on the card? So factor that in too. Um, for sure, bro. If you're going live, I'm gonna definitely catch it. If y'all seeing this, and the ones catching the playback, go check out the content, man. from Rasclot, man. 5 styles of boxing too much for Tevin. Tevin, man, needs to work on that form. Say he can't believe he got blades. Yeah, man, quick. One and done. But we done with this live stream, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the playback once more. One more comment before we go. Ain't it fault, smaller guys. Let's be real, Cambosa's small guy. Loma, small guy. Yeah, I mean, Floyd's fought small guys too. He was still whooping ass when he got in front of big guys. And I'm not trying to compare him to Floyd, but sometimes speed is better than power. And it just depends on that night. And if you prepared. I think that Devin Haney, if he's smart, his ring IQ, his speed, use his legs, but don't be super retreating, counter, he did not get hit, he'll have to box smart for sure. But once again, I'm the Black Horseman. Thank y'all for tuning in for this. Don't forget to catch Rasclot's live stream later on today. And we on to the next, man. UGC. I'm out.